Okay, so in this article, they wanted to focus more on the mother's connection within the siblings and the sibling rivalry. They wanted to see if there was connection between the quality of time that the mothers spend with the children and their abilities to control rivalry situations, based on the fact that they usually spend more time with the mothers and if she's able to control them or not. And they want to see if there's connection between the two. They wanted to see the two variables. One was the mother's management skills and like different techniques, and then two, the cooperation and agonistic or doubter sibling behavior. So if the sibling was more negative or both siblings were negative, if it really like affects the ability for the mother to stop the argument / rivalry that's occurring between the siblings. And they really want to see that, especially they want to examine how the parent controlled the children when they were like being like seen by other people with other relations, mostly because before they would do it, but they would only do it with preschool age children. So they want to do it with kids that were a little bit older to see if there was a difference between them, because it could show a different answer. The method for this was that they had participants. Specifically, they had 32 sibling dryads, which is basically just sibling connections. So if it was two siblings, then it would be a total of 64. And they used the two parents living in there. It was usually mothers that were Caucasian and spoke English, and they wanted to use that, and they would view and see how things went during them. They asked them questions as well, just to see how things were reacting and how things were occurring. And then the results showed that the siblings' behavior was seen as a dependent variable, meaning that the siblings, they thought that the siblings they want to use it as a dependent variable because it depended on how the mother was able to control the situation. So they saw that within the situations which, when they thought that the mother's connection and their quality of time with the mother was connected to the ability to control a sibling fight like occurring, it disproved their hypothesis when they got the research back, because the mother was not there was no connection between the mother's capable skills to control the situations. So when they used the dependent variable of the behaviors of the siblings that they found that there was no connection. They also saw that in situations when both siblings were negative, they tend to have more rivalries, mostly because they would disagree on how negative they were, or they would try to see who was more negative, which would cause more fights between the siblings. And that the first child directed internal state references and behavior, which means that they were acting inside of themselves. They were projecting what their feelings were of their negativeness onto their sibling. And there was just more research into that aspects of that there was no connection, that they thought that there was and there wasn't, and that the research came back as different, and that the maternal management styles, or the styles in which the mother tried to control situations, which there's interactive, directive, and anticipatory. The directive route was the most This is like the most productive and the one that came across as the best. And then the sibling interaction was usually internal state reference, meaning that they were very hostile towards each other because of how they were feeling. So when they were feeling more negative, they would have larger fights. And if they were feeling less negative, it would be more of a playful interaction.